Oh, hi. I was relaxing earlier, I'm sure you do too. But does it happen to you sometimes when you're relaxing or perhaps doing something, and that's when somebody decides to do something that you don't like? And then you bring out that word and say, hey, I'm so with you. I'm so with you. What word were you thinking about? What word were you thinking about? Angry, right? Well, you guessed right. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you 5 great words that will substitute angry. 5 words coming right up. Welcome back, everybody. Just in case you joined me for the very first time, my name is Olale from Onetutor, bringing you great tips on how you can speak English effectively well. Well, I've got a question for you. How do you show your anger when you're angry with people? How do you show your anger when you're angry with people? Do you use your facial expression? Facial expression is the look on your face. You know, the look on your face is facial expression. Please say with me, everyone, facial expression. Or perhaps you use your countenance. Countenance is another word. Please say that with me, everyone. Countenance. It means the countenance of the face. The countenance of your face might show that you are angry about something. So I'd like to know, how do you show it to other people when you're angry? I'd like to know how you show your anger in the comment section. And one of the best ways to communicate effectively is also through the words that we use. So remember, everyone, when you are speaking, you should be able to change your vocabulary. Alternate your vocabulary, change your vocabulary, alternate your vocabulary, or vary your vocabulary. Vary means to change. It means to change. It means to change. Alternate also means to change. And it simply means that when you have used one vocabulary now, you should be able to change the vocabulary and use another one. So remember, every time you're speaking, to be able to speak effectively, you need to be able to alternate your vocabulary. So you might sound a lot repetitive. Can you say with me, repetitive? It means that you are repeating the same vocabulary. You are repetitive. So the goal of the conversation is not to be repetitive with the same vocabulary every time. It means you are repeating the same vocabulary every time. Remember that, in order for you to speak effectively socially in the workplace, or perhaps when you meet people that you know or you don't know, it's quite important for you to be able to alternate your vocabulary. Alternate means change. Alternate means change. It also means to vary. It means you are varying or substituting. Please say it with me, everyone. Substitute. Substitute. Vary, vary, alternate, alternate. It means that when you use one vocabulary now, you change it and use another one. When you have to speak with someone else, you're going to use another vocabulary. In this way, every time you have to speak, you should have a wide range of vocabulary that you can use to change every time. Because imagine if you were angry with 5 people. Let's say you are angry with 5 people. You're angry with A, and you'll say to A, I'm angry with you. I'm angry with B, I'm angry with C, I'm angry with D and E, and much more. And much more simply means and so on. It means and so on. Okay, excellent. So of course you're angry with 5 people, and you're using the same word, angry. Angry. I'm angry with you. I'm angry with you. I'm angry with you. I'm angry with you. And I'm angry with you. So that's perfect, because you are showing that you're angry, but you are being repetitive with your vocabulary, angry. So I'm going to give you 5 vocabularies or 5 words that can substitute the word angry. Stay with me and I'll be right back. Well, let's get back into the lesson for today. So we have the first vocabulary. I always say every time you have to speak, start from the one you know, start from the vocabulary that you know, a familiar vocabulary. And the familiar vocabulary in today's lesson is the word angry. So let's assume there are 5 people you're angry with, or you're going to use the word angry 5 times. So we're starting with the word angry. So Mr. A has made you angry. So you say, well, Mr. A, I'm angry with you. Okay, so you can put in your facial expression. Just put in your facial expression. Because if you say to a person, I'm angry with you, because of course it doesn't work. So you need the countenance to demonstrate that you're angry. So you should say, well, Mr. A, I'm angry with you. So Mr. A will understand that you're angry with him. So now that's for Mr. A. So there comes Mr. B. Of course, with Mr. B, it's okay to say, well, I'm angry with you, Mr. B, but I wouldn't use angry again. I might just take one of the vocabulary that I'm going to give you today, and that is cross. Please say with me, everyone, cross. Cross simply means angry. So I would say to Mr. B, Mr. B, I'm cross with you. I'm cross with you. Of course, don't forget your countenance as well. And of course, we have Mr. C. That's the third time you're getting angry this week. So now we have Mr. C. You would say to Mr. C, Mr. C, I'm displeased with you. I'm displeased with you. I'm displeased with you. So we have displeased as the third vocabulary. Displeased as the third vocabulary. And after that, there comes Mr. D as well. And of course, with Mr. D, you can also use the word, I'm annoyed with you. I'm annoyed with you. Please say with me, everyone, annoyed. Annoyed. It simply means that you're angry with Mr. D. So remember the facial expression as well. So you should have a countenance. Countenance that shows that you are really angry. You know, you mean business. You mean business simply means that you are serious about that you're angry. You're serious about the fact that you're angry. Please say it with me, everyone. I'm in business. I'm in business simply means that you are angry about Mr. D's action. So that comes along Mr. We got A, B, C, D, and E. Sometimes it flies away. So we have Mr. D comes along. And Mr. D comes along, then you have to say to Mr. D that you want to use the word angry. But then, of course, you remember another word, which is upset. Upset. Please say with me, everyone, upset. So you say to Mr. D, well, I'm upset with you. I'm upset with you. Please repeat with me, everyone. Upset. Upset. So you're upset with Mr. D, so Mr. D can also tell with your facial expression. Facial expression. And of course, there comes along another person. That will be another person that has made you angry. And so we have Mr. E coming up. And then with Mr. E, you would have to say, Mr. E, well, I'm vexed with that action. Or that action has vexed me. So we have another word which is vexed. So you can say, well, I'm vexed. You've made me become vexed with you. So we have the word vexed. Okay, so that is another word which you can use that can substitute angry. So ladies and gentlemen, let's repeat the words that we've learned today together. Let's repeat the words together. So the first one we have the first one which is cross. Cross. Second one is displeased. Displeased. The third one is vexed. Vexed. The fourth one is annoyed. Annoyed. And the fifth one is upset. Upset. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to use this word. It requires constant practice. Just try and repeat them at your own time. When you're free, just repeat the words every time so that you can remember them. So remember every time to alternate your vocabulary. Alternate your vocabulary. Remember we talked about that as well, which means to change. You also have to vary your vocabulary. It means, very simply means you're changing. you're changing, or perhaps you are substituting. We have another word, that's substitute. It means, remember, every time that you are speaking with someone, when you want to express how you feel in terms of your anger for an action or for something someone has done, remember to alternate your vocabulary. Thanks for watching today's video, everyone. If you like the content of the video, kindly subscribe to the channel. It will also be great to be able to engage with you in the comment section. Remember, everyone, give it a shot. I'm sure you'll be able to do it, and I'll see you at the next one.